Hi everyone, my name is Koen Schepens and about a year ago I quit my job as a web developer to start a career in making MIDI controllers, and today I'm really proud to show you how this MIDI controller that I made, the Midique KNTRL9, will work in Ableton. So let's have a look. So I got Ableton running on my MacBook here, and let's just plug it in and see what happens. Okay, so now the MIDI controller has booted up and it's currently in Ableton mode, and you can see that because the LEDs on above the tracks now correspond to the tracks in Ableton. So you can see that the first one here is purple, that is the kick, the blue one is the bass, and the yellow one is the drums, and so on. I noticed that the colors on the camera seem a little bit off. So I'm not sure if you're like fully able to see that the color schemes match, but in real life they do. So right now I'm controlling tracks 1 to 8, and those are the same as 1 to 8 in Ableton. Now if I don't want that and I want to control a different set of tracks, I can just use the arrow keys. And as you can see, the colors change here. So what I did now is I moved the whole track selection 1 to the right. That means that the bass is now the first track here that is being controlled. And we can see that, we can test it out. As you can see, if I turn this, the sense of the bass will move. And if we go back to the first one, it controls the kick track again. So that brings us to the next subject, and that is that what do these buttons actually do, these knobs here. So as you might have seen, by default they will control all the sends. So this one does the drums, this one does the send A of the shakers, this one of the pads, etc., etc. What if I want to control something else? Let's say I would like to control a filter that I have here in my bass track. I could just simply use a naming convention, and I could rename this one, but since it has a very descriptive name, which I don't want to change, the best option is to create a new group. Go to the macros here. I'm gonna map this one to macro 1, and then rename this to the naming convention, which is as follows: is KNTRL9-1. So what that does is it will assign this knob, which is control 1, this would be KNTRL9-1, this one would be 2, to that specific instrument macro. So as you can see now, when I rotate this one, the KNTRL9-1 here rotates, and that will make the filter also move. So that one is now connected to the filter. Now, as you now know, these tracks are corresponding to the tracks in Ableton. So this one is the bass, the kick, sorry, this one is the bass, this one is the drums, and you can see that they're moving in Ableton as well. It is doing that with a 10-bit precision. Regular MIDI has a 7-bit precision. That means a value ranging from 0 to 127. So with 10-bit precision, you have a value ranging from 0 to 1023. So that's 1024 different positions, which makes it a lot smoother than regular MIDI. So these are controlling the first 8 tracks. An exception to that is the master track. The master is always connected to the master in Ableton. So you can see it has the red color. If I move it here, that will stay red. It doesn't change. So that one is always connected to the master. You can see the volume moving as well. So we're looking here in Ableton at a little set I just created for the purpose of doing this demo. So there's actually only one scene that has most of the clips in, and then there's this one that has a little variation to it. So I moved all the faders back to the lowest position possible, and let's do a little demo here. Let's see, okay, this one I already set up as being, it's the white noise, that's this one. You see that is the KNTRL9-1, so it means it's connected to that one. And let's do another one, for instance, the ARP synth, which is a nice one. I'm gonna name that KNTRL9-1. Okay, so master is on. And let's start with the kick. So one of the things you might have noticed during this demonstration is that some of the LEDs started blinking red. Well, that is just a little helpful tool for some of you, and including me, that sometimes put things a little bit too loud. I will demonstrate it with just one channel. In this case, the bass was blinking red, and that is because I put it's actually going in the red here in Ableton, and that's just a little nice feedback that you get from the KNTRL9 to show you that you're actually doing something wrong here. Now, up until now, we've only seen the KNTRL9 in Ableton mode, and the reason why it is in Ableton mode is because we selected the Midique KNTRL9 Midi control surface here in preferences. So that's this list you have. This is a script that you can download from the Midique website once the controller is available for sale. So until now, I've only shown how the KNTRL9 works in Ableton. You can use it in your own DAW if you like, because it functions just as any other regular MIDI controller. It has a few templates which you can set up using the tool, and I will show those in the next video. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of an idea of what the Midique KNTRL9 MIDI controller can already do. I still have loads of ideas to further develop this product, but I would also love to hear yours. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, or just want to reach out, just send me a message or an email. If you haven't done so already, you can leave behind your email address on my website, which is midique.com/home. And if you do so, you'll be the first one to know how much it's going to cost and when it will be available. So for now, this is it. I will make another video soon about how this will work as a regular MIDI controller. And for now, thank you for watching and see you next time.